What's up everybody, my name is Darren and welcome to Inner World Mastery. So in this video we're going to explore OCD and I'm going to share with you one particular way to look at your own condition of OCD and I'm going to help you look at it differently, and so you have a tool to practice changing the way you see the way that you act. Did you catch that? I'm going to give you a different vantage point. I'm going to give you a different narrative for how you go about relating to your own condition, which you might describe as obsessive compulsive disorder. The doctors call it OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Okay, obsessive compulsive disorder. It's such a judgy name, isn't it? Let's just start with that for a second. Obsessive compulsive disorder. What a judgy name. Like, what sort of like old white doctor man decided to use that as a judgment towards people that decide to control things in their environment because it helps them feel safe? Right? So let's just start with that. The spells that are created by the names projected onto us matter. It's important that we just explore those words and bring some light to them so that we don't get caught in the web of the spell. It's the first thing that I want to say here, is a way for us to start exploring the difference between holding on to an identity of I have OCD, I am OCD person, versus at this stage of my life, I'm noticing that I do have some tendencies in this particular condition that might be described by somebody else as obsessively, compulsively doing things. Big difference between those two things, right? There's a big difference. So we've got to start looking at that. So that's the first thing I want to share here. Having said that, we've explored that. Okay, OCD, like, it's still good to identify sometimes for a period of time with how we are acting or how we are organizing our world, because it helps us create then a dialogue and a story to start exploring from, right? There's a lot of people out there in the world right now who are like, yeah, I have ADHD, and yeah, I'm an ADHDer, and it is me, and that's me, and I'm really excited that I have ADHD, and this is what it's like, and for me, that's way too much identification with the condition, to the point where you're not going to allow yourself to move beyond it if you compulsively identify with it and make it part of your personality. Now, you could say, well, it's already part of my personality. The same with OCD, right? And now we have a label, okay? OCD, cool. You're watching this video because you are interested in it and you somehow have some sort of level of identification with it. Cool. How do we start evolving ourselves out of it, right? How do we begin evolving the way that we are being so that we be that condition less? Because it's possible to be that condition less. Conditions are just a condition. Conditions change. The weather condition changes. The condition of our car changes. So really important to remember this. Conditions are always evolving. Now, it might be that you feel as if you can't change because this is all you've really known. All you've known is this type of behavior, making sure you're controlling things in your environment, or switching the light switches off, up and down 7 times before you walk out of a building, or whatever things that you do. It might be much smaller than that, just like making sure the paper on the table is perfectly organized and spaced out very equally, right? These are all expressions of a being, of a mind and body, right? Of a being that feels like controlling the world helps them feel safer. By doing something the way they want it done, helps them feel safer. right? And I can relate to this on a personal level. I lived for a long time with motor tics. And so you could say, like, motor tics is in the intersection of ADHD and OCD and tics. They're all very similar. There's a compulsion to move the body, right? There's a compulsion, there's a need to do the thing, right? Same thing with OCD. There's a need to do the thing, whether it's moving the body or moving something around the desk or the table or saying something to somebody. It's a compulsion, an expression that must be done and must be satisfied. So this convulsion, this expression, this compulsion, sorry. It can be a convulsion because the body can convulse a tic or convulse, I need to do that. But I'm meaning compulsion. Anyway, so there's this compulsive nature of needing to. Okay. But let's explore what we mean by needing to. Can we question the needing to? And I'm giving this a big chunk of space here. Because so far, and maybe the wording, the language that you see online about OCD is that, well, it's just there and it happens and I must do it. What I'm saying to you with the presence here and my challenge on camera across time and space through YouTube is, do you? Do you need to? And this question comes from a place of love, because we're going to go somewhere else in a minute. But I want to give you the space to at least question yourself. Do I? Well, if I don't do the thing, what happens inside us? Answer that question to yourself. If you don't do the thing, whatever that thing is, what happens? Can you articulate to yourself what would happen? And there'll be two camps right now in the viewership of this video. There'll be one camp which is like, but I just have to, but I just have to. And you'll be doubling down on my challenge and exploration to you. Well, I just have to, I can't, I just need to do it. There's no other way I can do it. I just have to do it. Some of you will be like that inside and you won't be enjoying my challenge. But the other camp, those of you who are more open and willing to listen and expand and explore yourself on your journey of healing and changing and evolving, some of you will be going, well, if I don't, right, right, you following me? If I don't do that thing which I need to do, right, I must do, if I don't, I feel stuff I don't like. I would have to feel something that I really don't want to feel. That's 99% of you. If we don't do the thing, the obsession thing, then we got to feel something. Because suddenly we're present, we're not addictive to like doing this addictive behavior to distract ourselves. And if we don't do it, we have to feel what's really there. And sometimes what's really there can be painful, because feelings can feel quite painful sometimes. Maybe there's an element of sadness or emotion that you need to connect to. You have the option of connecting to if you want to. Maybe there is anger there, and you've been shut down from your anger since you were a child, because pretty much all parents tell children not to be angry. And so all of a sudden, well, I'm not allowed to feel anger, so I have to just keep distracting myself. Right? This is the absurd world we live in. We've all been shut down in so many different ways. And so then we create all these reactions, which then the doctors tell us are conditions, which then we pay them money for, to help us stop it. The whole system is twisted. And the way to get out of it is by taking back responsibility and sovereignty, claiming that it's possible to feel what's really behind the compulsions, really acknowledging that there might be something there that's worth exploring and seeing and connecting to, and then doing what you can on your journey to be with that part of you. Maybe it takes a day, maybe it takes 10 years. Nobody knows. Everybody's inner journey is different. But the point being, and what I'm trying to share here, is that you have the opportunity of taking back your power away from the label that you've given yourself, if only you learn to change your behaviors and feel what's really there inside your body. If you do that, magic happens. I know magic happens because for 20 years I lived with a ticking body that did this. And now it's gone. Because I chose to change the way that I related to my own body. I changed the way that I listened to myself. And I allowed myself to start feeling the physicality of this reality, as opposed to just conceptual seeing of what the illusion of this reality can be according to the mind. And they're two different things. So that's a few words on OCD. And one tool for you to start exploring. In that moment where you're about to do the thing, and maybe you won't remember every time, and that's okay. But some of the times, with this new awareness that you've been gifted today, you can ask yourself, oh, maybe I don't need to do it. Oh, maybe I won't do it. Okay, and what's going to happen if I don't do it? Woohoo! Right? Then something's going to appear. Likely a big feeling or a small feeling, a sensation, something. And if another story appears, and another story appears behind the scenes, and another story appears, the encouragement is to learn to keep letting go of the stories and feeling the body. I'm pointing the direction to the body for you on this video right now. I'm constantly pointing you back to the body, because this is the direction where health is found, love is found, bliss is found, right? Freedom is found. All the good things that I think human beings are longing for is found connected here with us, with the body, with here. Not somewhere in the conceptualization or the astral world, right? Or up in the stars. Sometimes we do need to go up, right? Find spirit up there, find God up there, find the gods up there, or find some connection to the Pleiadians or what other star system you want to be connected to. Sometimes we need to do that in order to feel some level of sort of safety, familiarity, and beauty that love does exist somewhere. But then we come back here. Then we must come back. Because this planet here needs you, wants you. Right? Let's come here and then do our work here. Be of service here, be of love here, share here, heal here. So, enough words for today. Oops. I am sending my love to you wherever you are in the world, my friends. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit like or subscribe. It supports my channel. It encourages me to record more videos as the channel grows. I'm currently in the process of migrating a lot of video content from previously. It was a lot of like stuff about tics and just motor tics, but I'm on a process of kind of expanding out the stuff I've learned about supporting people who are sort of deeply in this condition and seeing what lessons and teachings that I've discovered there and how it relates to other conditions too that are similar. That's the process I'm currently exploring. Like, what is the similarities here? Where are the similarities? Because ultimately, deep down, underneath it all, we're all just walking each other home, as Ram Dass says. We're all just here, caring for each other and loving each other, and wanting to support each other, and wanting to be free, and wanting to just live freely and lovingly, abundantly. Everybody has different expectations of right now, of course. Anyway, I'm rambling. Peace out. Love you all. Until the next video.